Hello, and thank you for tuning into the first Project Manager training. Tonight we're going to cover some of the information regarding starting your Workday project. And whether you are a project manager who already knows what project you're going to adopt for the Workday, or you've just submitted a project and you're looking to learn more about how to get involved, this PowerPoint is going to cover some of the key information that you need to help keep your project on track. This is the first of 3 different project manager trainings we are going to do. The first one is going to cover the initiation phase and how to get your project started. The second will cover the planning phase and how to take the steps to make sure your project is ready to go on May 4th. And the third will cover the execution and closeout phase, meaning what do you do on the workday, what do you do to prepare for things that could happen and possibly could go wrong and hopefully don't. And what do you do afterward? How do you celebrate all of the great work that you did on the workday? All of these different trainings are available on our website. If you visit sharefestinc.org/workday-pm and you enter the password sfworkday. These trainings will be live and ready for you to review at any time after each of the dates listed in the middle of this slide. This training will cover how to adopt your project, how to get started with your project in the overall initiation phase of the Workday. I'll familiarize you with the ShareFest online application, which is our online submission and adoption tool, and the different options and resources we have available to support your project. Adopting a project. We're going to cover what your participation levels are, evaluate what your team goals are, and how to evaluate what Workday materials and costs you will have to complete your Workday project. Participation levels. How do you get involved at a Workday site? You can adopt a project, which means that you are in charge of the project from start to finish. You'll identify the project, work out your scope of work with the recipient site, manage the project, fund the different materials needed for the project, and recruit volunteers to complete the work on the workday. You can partner on a project, which has a lot of the same responsibilities of adopting a project, but you're not doing it alone. You are going to be working alongside another organization that can help you plan the different project activities to complete the project on the workday. If you're unable to commit the time or the resources to adopting or partnering on a project, you can always volunteer your organization. You can get together and identify one or more projects for all of your team members or employees to participate in. If you aren't available to lend a hand on the workday, but you truly believe in the project and the mission of the workday as a whole, you can sponsor a project. Your organization can decide to partially or fund all the material costs and different costs associated with planning a workday project. If you're an organization that has submitted a site but no one has reached out to you with the capability of adopting your project, there is another option called self-adopting your project. That means that ShareFest will work right alongside you to help coordinate what materials you need, the costs of those materials, make sure that your planning is right on track, and we will see what we can do to mobilize volunteers to your site to complete some work on the workday. ShareFest has over 15 years of project management experience in our communities. We've built great partnerships and connections throughout Los Angeles that enable us to build upon each workday, and we are happy to connect you to our network. You all bring the talent, vision, and passion that has made the past 15 workdays successful. The initiation phase is the first of 4 main phases that encompass the workday. There are a few key steps to take when starting your Workday project. The first is to decide to become a ShareFest partner. The second is to choose your Workday project manager. The third is to pick an area to serve and determine your organization's capabilities. The fourth is to choose a site and meet with the recipient. And the fifth is to start planning your project. Partnering with us during the Workday has many advantages for your organization, including building a stronger relationship and trust within your community, receiving access to talent, discounts, and suppliers, and personalized training and tips to help ensure your project is a success. What we look to you for in this Workday partnership is the effort to plan a project, a share in the financial commitment, and openness to partnering with another community organization on your project. As a Workday project manager, you will have many tasks to keep track of ahead of May 4th. We encourage everyone to find whatever organizational method works best for them, but we also offer templates and forms and will send reminder emails to help guide you through. When choosing your PM, there are a number of other positions to keep in mind. Workday project managers aren't going about this alone. They're going to have the buy-in from the top of your organization, whether that's your HR director, your senior pastor, school principal, or some other position. They're going to be the ones supporting and championing your project every step of the way. Your project manager is also going to have all the support of your team leads, coordinators, and key volunteers that help you plan your project. Your team leads are going to be the people in charge of leading each different project activity at your Workday site. Your hospitality coordinator is going to be the one helping with registration and coordinating lunch. Your materials coordinator is going to be the person helping you budget and itemize all of the different items that you need for each activity at your Workday site. And your media coordinator is going to be the one helping photograph, interview, and upload photos and videos after the event so that you can share what great work you did after the workday. It is important to have a larger discussion within your organization ahead of the workday. You'll need to do things like set goals, determine your talent and capabilities within your organization, determine how many people you have, and more before you jump right into a project. This will help point you to projects that fit within your profile that you've identified with your team. Once you've determined what your perfect project site looks like, you may comb through our list of submissions and find a project that appeals to you. Once you've done so, set up a walkthrough with the recipient. This is extremely important if this is a new site for you and will help allow you to familiarize yourself with the site and determine what you can realistically complete on the workday. Now we will take a deeper dive into how to maneuver the ShareFest online application. You have between February 25th and April 5th to choose your project and adopt it online. You can see our list of available projects by visiting our Workday webpage at sharefestinc.org/workday. Once you visit the Workday webpage, you will see a link to adopt a project. That will take you to a page with a list of submissions that we have received over the past few months. Once you've examined the list of available projects and found a site that best suits the goals and capabilities of your organization, select some or all of the activities that you'd like to complete on the workday by clicking or unclicking the checkboxes under the Adopt column. After you've selected what activities you'd like to complete on the workday, we want you to tell us about yourself. Who are you? How do we get a hold of you? And what's your t-shirt size? Next, we'd like to learn more about your organization. Tell us who you are and some of the missional goals that you have that align with ShareFest and the Workday. Next, you'll confirm the project activities that you're adopting, tell us how you'd like to collaborate with us, and then submit your project adoption. We want to hear your ideas about collaboration with ShareFest and your recipient site on the Workday. We always encourage reaching out to local community businesses to sponsor your project, and we can provide you with sponsorship materials to do so. If you are able to self-fund your Workday or partially fund your Workday, please let us know. Or if you have other ideas about how to collaborate with ShareFest on the Workday, also let us know. If you'd like to get involved in other organizational programs like the Gala or our ShareFest Youth Leadership Academy, please send us an email for more information. Your project dashboard is where you can find all of the key elements to your Workday project, including contacts, activities, and work hours. Along the right-hand side of your screen, you will find your resource library. This is where you'll find a variety of tools, guides, and templates to assist you throughout your project planning and preparation. You can always get back to your project dashboard by visiting workday.sharefestinc.org and putting in your login information on that screen. Once you've accessed the resource library, you will see a list of different documents, forms, and templates that you can use to keep your Workday project organized. There are many important documents listed within your resource library. If you would like to download any of these documents, click on the title of the document, click on the three dots in the top right-hand corner, and click Download from the drop-down menu. You may also print pages, like your registration lists and your tracking sheets for materials. You will need to put together a detailed budget for your project. This means thinking through every aspect of your activities and researching what each material will cost. Always round up, and it's always smart to add $500 or 10% of your project budget costs to buffer for incidentals. If you don't believe your organization has enough funding to support your entire project, you may submit a detailed budget to ShareFest for assistance. We received unassigned sponsorships that support the Workday as a whole, and we will do our best to support your project's needs. These budgets are due no later than April 1st. Another great way to boost your project budget is by selling raffle tickets to the two exciting raffles we are offering this spring. The first is for an 8-day Viking River cruise, and this drawing will take place the week after the Workday. The second is for a brand new Toyota Highlander, and this drawing will take place at our gala this fall. 50% of your ticket proceeds will go right back into your project manager's budget to support material costs. The other 50% will support ShareFest's ongoing youth programs that are empowering hundreds of youth each year. To order your tickets, send an email to kyle@sharefestinc.org. After your project leadership has determined your project's material needs, the materials coordinator will need to know where to get them and evaluate what will fit within your organization's budget. We recommend visiting the vendor's discount list available on your resource library. Now that you've learned a bit more about how to start your Workday project, here are some of the steps you should take. If you haven't already, sit down with your organization's leadership and determine how you'd like to get involved. Then visit our Workday webpage and review the list of available projects. Then meet with some of the potential recipients and adopt your project. Once you're on your project dashboard, you'll want to review the resource library files. Then you're going to want to build your Workday team, the people who you can rely on and who will support you from start to finish of your Workday project. Also, keep an eye out for information regarding further project manager trainings. These will be sent out in an email the day before each training is launched on our website. As always, if you have any questions about any portion of your Workday project, feel free to email kyle@sharefestinc.org or call 310-626-8106, extension 103.